watch as Keyleth approaches, acknowledging you present, though magically cloaked. It says, Dorian, it is good to see you.
I'll drop my invisibility.
What brings you to Zephyra?
Being lost. Only waypoint on the map, I suppose. I'm looking for guidance. I lost my group. I'm feeling as though the winds are sending me somewhere I don't understand, and I need an anchor? I know it's not your duty, but I'd like to continue what we started if I can.
Well, in a way it is my duty. As a leader of my people, and my people are and have always been but a collection of wayward souls that needed a home. So you found your way here. I wish I could say that my guidance in the moment here is ever present. Many of us are needed many places all at once these days. And as she kind of looks at you, her soft presentation gives way to a very hard, stern look as she seems to read your soul in a glance and goes, and I gather the challenges in Exandria have left scars in you as of late as well.
Yes. I have a brother. Had a brother. That I didn't want to leave behind. But I have. I know this world is full of magic I don't understand, but you have resources? Do you not? I hate to beg a favor. I've never begged, but if I told you a spot in the wilderness, would your people be able to find it? I don't ask for miracles, but retrieve my brother's body?
You are a friend to us. You've been a great friend to one of my most trusted protectors, one who has himself given much. I promise you, I will do this for you. We have many wonderful sages and caretakers and philosophers and anyone that you wish to tell your troubles to.
What about armorers?
We have those as well. Are you sure you don't know where you're going?
Perhaps I don't know where, but I'm starting to believe I know why. I'd like to see Orym again.
It's about now that a clearer voice rings into your mind, unexpectedly, here in the wee hours of the morning, as you hear Orym say, from the ether itself,
We're home. Can you hear me? Northeast of Bassaris. Can you get there? I'm struggling. Sorry. Can you get here? Fuck, I miss you.
Yeah, I think normally Dorian would try to think of the most eloquent thing to say. He likes to make things of words, and he's specific about their meaning, and he can't think of a thing. But the only thing that's in his heart's just 3 words. It's just, I'll be there. And tries to send that back into the sending stone to return the message.
She steps out as the care hands have come up and kind of brought you the clothing you requested, the materials and supplies that you had brought with you and also wanted to kind of pull together in the short time they had before this transpired. You didn't get a full suite of what you could have spent days here for, but the nature of the now has called you in response to that message. As you hear the gates shift open and a few calls down from below, you see 7 figures come walking in. You have to kind of blink for a moment. And you can see the shape of a tall, thin, feminine form. You see the lavender hair of a familiar face. You see the multifaceted, rock-like skin surfaces of a violence-prone figure of familiarity. You see a tiny, exhausted, crotchety-looking elder gnome in the oddest little tracksuit. You see your friend Fern. And you see Orym. You look up to see a sight you weren't expecting, especially so fast after you reached out. There, not far from the billowing cloak and mantle of the voice of the Tempest, you see Dorian Storm.
Orym's eyes just kind of dart back and forth between the Tempest and Dorian. Totally gobsmacked.
I heard this party could use a humble bard!
And he starts running and gets about 20 feet away and just goes ping, and miniature tackles into a total hug.
I start clapping over and get in on the hug and just kisses all over.
Oh, that's very nice. You smell surprisingly good.
That's a shocker. Hi.
Hi, how are you? Yes, I'm really here. Hi.
Hi.
You're a welcome sight.
I've missed you all.
What are you doing here?
Wait. Nothing is as it seems. Say something only Dorian would know.
All right.
That's kind of pretty good, right?
Chetney, I'm surprised of everyone here to see you alive.
It's Dorian! You son of a bitch! I'll go up and I'll hug his knee.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's strong on my thigh.
Yeah, it's like wiry.
Wait, what are you doing here? How did you get here?
Well, I got your message. And is the Tempest nearby us?
The Tempest is still maybe about 20 feet back, just watching this all transpire with a smile on her face.
Take Orym and look him deep in the eyes and gently set him down. She brought me. And I'm going to gesture back to Keela. Hi.
Well, it is quite a small Exandria, that is.
Oh, well, we knew each other and I didn't know where else to go.
How long have you both been here, Tempest?
We just arrived, not but a few moments back.
What
You
perfect
seemed-
timing.
Driven by the winds, as many of us are.
My story's much shorter than yours. You asked where I've been, and I'd be glad to tell you at some point, but from the looks of things, you're in it a bit deeper than I was. What's going on here?
We learned a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be here. FCG.
It came at a cost.
Right. As all things do in war.
What happened to FCG?
He sacrificed themselves.
It saved us.
For us, yeah.
Well, surely he couldn't be.
Yeah, no.
I understand.
But we wouldn't be here if they hadn't.
We
I'm
have much
trying
to
to
discuss.
feed it at something.
I mean, actually, she is probably quite hungry.
If you got anything to eat, I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
She's very intelligent.
I haven't seen.
You say words.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Ivaro is a scientist, and
Oh, you say lots of words and know lots of words.
Indeed.
Here. I still I still try to feed it like a pet.
Is it
I got a rat. It's just a rat. Just some rash.
not Reese's Pieces?
Yeah, not Reese's Pieces.
So as you
It's like some flatbread.
some flatbread, as you pull it out and reach it, you see she kind of puts a hand up, and out from underneath kind of the cloaked mantle, a smaller creature like skitters out rapidly, leaps to your arm like a tiny monkey, grabs it from your hand and goes, "Ah!" and runs back, jumps back under her arm and curls up underneath. You see this-
I like her very much.
Keyleth and Dorian, this is Everoa. We rescued her.
so happy you're here, Dorian.
I wish I came at better times. It seems as if you've been through a rough road.
No, it was the perfect.
No, because if you'd come earlier, you'd be dead too.
Well, I think I would have done all right. Immediately dead is what you jumped to?
Were you
I
just
have missed you as well.
were you by Zephyr when I reached out?
Yes, it's when your message came through, but only the one. It's a long story. My brother died. My two best friends became the champions of the Matron of Ravens and the Spider Queen.
Wait, what?
It's a long
How long
mess.
ago was that, Dorian?
Yesterday.
Are you serious?
It's all right.
Wait,
We all deal with grief in
oh,
It's
different
not
ways.
right.
Yeah. Not really.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Yeah, I'll be all right.
Seems like we've all been through a lot. You were underplaying it.
Oh no, just what have you
a moment?
been up to? Yes, a moment maybe.
Okay.
A rest. I haven't slept much.
I'm gonna grab a blanket off one of the beds and just wrap it around and just kind of like sit on the floor. What a day.
Yeah, this has been a doozy.
FCG, we lost them
How did they?
yesterday as well.
Got ambushed, caught in the tunnels, and I think that was going to be a picture wrap on all of us.
Yeah.
CG. You know, he's like nobody, something no one's ever seen, and whatever powers him, he accessed it, and
It was the only way we got out.
We thought we could take hers.
She's pretty high level with the folks we're tangling with. It was the woman who led the attack on my home all those years ago.
What's her name?
Odahan Thule.
But fuck her. She's
fucking dead.
she's dead now.
got her shit.
I like this energy.
Just a stain on the fucking wall.
Actually, here, I got you something. A little souvenir from the moon.
Immediately, as Dorian starts to sweat.
This one's not a dead thing. But I did bring back dead things. I can't wait to show you.
There was a gift shop right beyond the murder tunnel.
Yeah, you exit through the.
Yes, it's
Always.
kind of true. And I pull out the crystal dancer carved
It's really beautiful.
from the red crystal from the moon.
Been carrying this in your backpack all the way from the moon?
Yeah, backpack.
Right, got you. Would I know anything about the specific material?
No.
No, it's a complete mystery.
Yeah, and even the name
It's
for
moon
Dothos.
glass.
This is some big shit. We're dropping a lot.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
we've
a lot.
locked in on everything about
It
Prodathos.
almost feels like years of lore.
There's this bad guy named Prodathos. He wants to eat the gods. We're fighting
Eat
him.
them like a little
Yeah.
snack.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Prodathos.
Like a big snack,
God
maybe.
God eater.
Yeah,
God
Thanos
yeah.
is one of the Titans, but he doesn't look. They all look humanoid. He's the only one who's perfect.
the Titans.
Yes.
Okay.
Prodathos
Fuck me.
is
Thank
is
you.
trapped in the core of the moon, basically.
So boo Prodathos. We
Boo
don't like
Prodathos.
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 If all the gods, well, that depends on who you ask. But if the gods are Inky, Blinky, all the ghosts, and Prodathos is Pac-Man
Okay.
from out in space.
Man.
Could
What
be
is this
Miss
word
Pac-Man,
you've
I'm
said?
not sure.
It's like a guy who just like eats a lot
Do you not
of
see
other little
it?
things.
It's a classic stage show. I'm really.
Got it.
Dwarven.
Yeah.
Okay, but all of this is very
Jonathan
interesting.
Pac-Man.
Very, very interesting. What is your plan in all of this? That's not a good sound.
No.
Well, we had a plan. We were running recon on the moon.
Hela sent us there because we're just a little group,
Okay.
Expendable.
a sneaky little group.
Did you sneak a good sneak?
No.
No.
Actually, for the most part, we really didn't do too bad. We could have gotten.
We learned a
dumped
lot.
up there. We learned a lot. We came back with stuff. We know about the hive mind. We know about the five. Imogen's mom is crazy.
Oh, I brought this back, and I pull out the juggernaut finger.
Dead things.
Yes, there's a
severed finger.
massive severed
trade
red
things?
red-fleshed finger.
Oh, yes. I see.
If you eat from it, it'll give you like invulnerability for 10 seconds.
You are lying, obviously.
God damn it.
And I got this little guy, and I pull out the little alien fetus in a jar.
This is horrible.
I like that Dorian just holding it.
You don't
have to
Steve
hold
Martin
them.
these
jerk.
back. Those
You
are
want
for,
them back?
These are for you.
Wait, but the dancer is a gift? For sure. I'm
dancer's a
definitely
gift.
fumbling all of this.
Don't drop it. I'll take the
Glass bear.
Yeah,
You
that
keep
blue
the
glass.
dancer.
You know when you go to Carmel and there's driftwood art everywhere?
Yes.
Same way.
Kinda, yeah.
So this is
Yep.
low rent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Local artisan, I understand. I
Yeah.
always support them for
Yes.
certain. All right. What to do with this?
Maybe you
Suppose I'll
could
just
leave it
look
for
at it.
some child, like set it adrift. Yeah. Like other pieces of fine art.
It was one bit.
It's really good to see you. It feels good to laugh.
It does. It does.
We're going to have a score to settle, though, so if you stick with us, just fair warning. We're coming for blood.
Are you back, Dorian? Are you going to stay with us?
If you'll have me.
Gladly. I speak for myself, I guess, but gladly.
We missed you a lot. We talked about you often.
That's very nice, but I'm just glad for the invitation. And I'll do my best. I've been learning so many new tricks, so many new songs. I promise I will kick ass, but I'll also do it in a new stylish way you've never seen before. Yes, the road's been long and hard, but
Is it as stylish as this sheer shirt you're wearing?
Oh, well, this is just the start of the ensemble. Give me a few moments.
great, it's great,
I've
it's
got
great.
some things in my backpack. I'm going to put them together, and if we've got the evening...
Put together.
Yeah, you're going to
So
see
good.
it.
Are you going to play ska? Because this is how ska starts.
How ska starts or how it started?
How it both.
Are you
This is
saying
this is how an infestation happens.
instrument?
What are you pulling out? What are you talking about?
This is what-
What?
Is it you had a lot of other shit in your
Oh
bag?
yes, I think at this point, like, since we had no time where we were, I think Dorian like started to like redress and put his new clothing on, but like not really. He's not there just.
So you're like half naked?
I was sort of, yeah. It was like he got.
just trying to get a
he only
visual
has just like a this shirt on now. He's got a sack full of shit that was the supplies that he copped from the Tempest Squad.
Oh, nice.
So once when he has a quiet moment, his plan is to put it together and level up, if you will. If you'll allow it.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Because now that you probably don't want to talk about this right now. But now that your brother is gone, what does that mean for you?
That's a larger question than you may think. I asked Keyleth's people to potentially retrieve his body.
Wait, did he just pass?
He said yesterday.
Dorian,
What?
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
He was in battle.
If you can call it that. He did his best. I never thought there was real evil in the world. Not real evil. I think there are bad people who do bad things, but what we've seen these last days is irredeemable. I think for the first time in my life, I'm a bit angry.
So she wasn't able to get rid of it.
That's true. Another failure, so they say.
No. An opportunity.
For what?
Redemption.
Right now I prefer revenge.
I like that.
I knew you would. Give us some more time. I'll answer your question.
You said one of your friends went off with the matron and the other for a spider queen.
Opal. I'm sorry. We tried. I can't be certain, but whatever forces are enacting on this world go deeper than we imagined.
And Fiora and Dariax.
Fiora stayed with Opal. Dariax. Well, he's all right.
You know, it's so odd. We met someone in our travels.
My God.
Speaking of a small Alexandria.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Whom?
Her name was Denise.
Denise.
Oh.
And she knew Dariax.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
She was trying to get back to him. And of course, I've never met this Dariax, but, you know.
He was wonderful.
Barrel of
He was
sunshine.
wonderful, yeah.
And she was a real firecracker.
Apparently they had some sort of thing, if I recall.
A romantic thing?
Yeah, that was the vibe.
You begin to recall a handful of stories that Dariax had mentioned in passing of a particular woman that taught him that you can be both attracted and deeply afraid of a person.
Was this the woman that, she fond of deep red lipstick?
Oh,
Did she have any sort of tattoos or?
Yeah.
Tattoos had her.
Yes, I've heard these
All the
stories.
Yes.
He was very frightened of her.
Wow, she sounds like an amazing woman.
She was great.
It's fantastic.
Just to incite fear in her man. Like, wow.
What's that?
The plants themselves trembled.
Man.
She was a force to be reckoned with. I hope she finds them. Maybe now if Dariax is
Just keep him safe.
on his own, yes, maybe they'll
We
find
didn't
each
get a lot
other.
of time with her, but it was
nice.
impactful.
So Opal is
Alive. Corrupted. I feel as though Fiora Rai was walking down the same path.
well, maybe they'll be safe together.
If they are, we are to be concerned. As I said, it's not limited to the moon or even this continent. The gods are frightened of something, and I can only assume it's this Predathos with the O, with the A, O, Predathos.
Like getting in the bath.
Bath, Predathos. The medial
With an
A.
O.
I'm well studied.
As a theater kid. There's whole civilizations up there. As many different folk as there are here in Alexandria. And there's one entire city where the beings who run the place are in league with the Vanguard. But then there's a whole other people who are trying to tear it all down.
The Vanguard.
Yep.
Hey.
Campaign 3, right there.
Don't you worry. We'll fill you in.
Sure. Maybe.
No, give me 10 minutes.
No. We can.
We should get a drink.
We'll talk about some extending
We
our
should get a
prose,
fucking-
storytelling.
and toast.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Cheers.
Cheers. Are you sure you're all right?
Oh, not even a little.
To the reunion of old friends.
To not being all right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey.
And damage.
Into letters.
Letters. And your brother.
And Cyrus.
And the friends we hope to see again.
We've been going pretty hard. Maybe the best thing is just to reset. Figure it all out in the morning.
Yeah, sure.
We have a lot of work ahead of us. We have to explain everything we saw.
Bright and early. Dorian,
Yes.
I'm glad you're back.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad to be back. I wish it was under better tidings.
Yeah.
Perhaps a rest sounds right.
I think Orym fights it for a while, and even though he's cuddled up on the floor, just watches all of his friends. And when it feels like he's the last one awake, he lets himself pass out. On the side, Orym pulls out the sending stone and whispers, Dorian, wake up, Dorian. Fern and I outside the city, about 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
Need you all.
Can anybody hear what you're saying? Even the microphone that's above you?
Dorym, outside the city. 10 minutes.
You do get a blast of information into your mind.
Little sleep apnea.
Yeah.
Not a lot. Just a little.
Yeah, totally.
That's why I said your name so many times.
And then I get all of that instantly?
Yeah, kind of like, it's like someone shouting into your ear.
What did you say?
Dorian.
You didn't give me a direction. You didn't give me a direction, did
I
you?
don't know the direction. We're outside the city. 10 minutes.
Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Full on yelling at everyone to wake up.
Why?
What the fuck's funny?
Wake up!
What? Why are you yelling?
This hasn't worked in months. I've got a message. Orym's in trouble. He said 10 minutes outside of camp.
It's called a nightmare. Just lay your head.
Wake up! No, wake up!
I'm getting my shit.
I'm shaking Chet and you awake because he just won't wake up. Just wake up! We need you!
Okay, I'm.
You've still.
What do you need? Do you have a cramp?
He said how far away it was, but he didn't say where. That's how I know something's wrong. We've got to find them. Can you track them? Smell them? I don't know.
Okay, hold on. Just let me get my clothes on for a second.
Does Mr. still
Wait a
dress?
minute. He's got a gun now?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Guess what he uses for ammunition in the gun?
Oh, what'd you say?
Guess what he uses for ammunition in his gun?
Oops. Yay!
But as you begin to approach, you begin to see your friends kind of up on the wall, as all of you begin to see now. Fern and Orym approaching, looking a bit harried. Fern looking in a rough place.
I almost didn't come after you.
I don't know what I would have done without you here.
I thought you were going out to pee.
Well, no, there was just a really cute creature, and I followed it, which is a dumb thing to do, but I'm sorry.
Give me your hand. Let's just get back inside.
Okay.
Hey!
What happened?
Oh, we came as quick as we heard.
Oh God, you look like shit.
Yeah, I
Feel like
feel
it?
very good.
Dropping the hammer down.
He's making a play for himself. He
Yeah.
has to use it for
My mom says she's not with Ludinus. Your dad says he's not with Ludinus. Every man out for themselves.
Well, you know, I'm a deep believer in judging somebody by the company they keep, so.
Exactly.
It's also not a bad thing. The more fractured they are.
The weaker they are.
Yeah. Good point.
One more time. What's a Ludinus?
We gotta fill you in.
Sorry,
Boy.
Dorym.
We'll fill in Dorian as we head back towards the tent.
There is a meeting, but how it is important to speak to the council.
Very.
It is if you could tell the Tempest that her savior blade and his circle are here.
Very well. He steps inside behind the cloak. It's a brief little whisper. Returns. You may enter. Pulls aside and you enter. I would not ask you so closely after a dangerous mission to partake in another.
Why stop now? We're just getting started.
We're pretty invested.
Yeah.
You, Dorian?
Perhaps I am not as familiar with the trees, but I have seen the forest, and things are not good out there. If you're relying on the help of the gods and champions, I can't say that I trust them anymore. If you're looking to do something of this magnitude, it's going to take people, and there are no people I would rather be with, so yes.
And they're talking about somehow Prodathos going into a vessel.
Right.
Right.
Your size or your size.
Multiple vessels, but
So-
we're not exactly sure.
Right. A lot of language got thrown around. You still want to come with us?
I'm thinking about it, of course.
Also, I got all these little.
So is the energy that we're going now?
I guess,
Is
yeah,
that-
I guess
oh,
that's the
okay.
energy.
Take a
And-
minute to gather our things.
Dorian's gonna scamper outside really quick, and like unbeknownst, it's really fast. He's gonna hit up these three little like single man tents where there's like an armor, and he's just like frantically grabbing.
Oh, I'll
shit.
help you. I'll help you with that shit.
Okay, thank you. And it's like very very clumsy.
Well, I've got a giant hole, so I'm gonna.
You've got a hole?
I'm gonna open up the magic hole.
Say that again.
It's like a. You heard me. I've got a magic hole.
He watches Ashton.
giant hole.
Ashton looks like a rolled up rug, like a dark rug, and rolls it out across the ground. And as soon as it rolls out flat, the ground just becomes like a 10-foot deep.
Just toss it in. We'll
10-foot
figure it out
hole
later.
in the ground.
What is in that hole right now?
We cleaned it.
We
No,
haven't cleaned
a
it.
terrible stench begins to emerge from the inside of this pit.
There's a
Thank
lot.
you. These were special order. Are you?
No, don't put it in with the decomposing bodies.
Fine, we'll clean it
Are you
later.
turned off by our deep dark hole?
It's
We
not my
should-
favorite.
Can we at least get all the dead bodies
I
out
would
of
love
it?
to do that if
You
we
know what?
have a
I'll
second.
just hold
keep
it. I'll
moving
just
around.
hold it.
We had 5 seconds to clear the dead bodies out of
This
this.
is
I
a bag
know.
of
Actually,
holding.
I would love-
It's
we've had a
far,
bunch of-
far more.
Dead Ruidus
It actually has a nice lavender scent that comes
have
out of
so
it.
Many sacks and
chunks
holes.
of off-planet people in here. We should probably unload right now.
We do.
Yeah,
Hey,
let's just
Topher! Topher, look! As we start throwing
Grab me some leather,
alien
some
body
soap.
parts out of the hole.
You see
I'm gonna
Topher
write down a
emerge
little
from the
Just
tent.
run around, force them to give you all that shit. It's cheap
Got it.
What do you need for...
Scampering.
Dear God, what is this?
clothing shit. So.
Remnants of our mission.
You got magic to clean up and disinfect and
A little bit of wet work
white
was done.
memory. Yeah.
Other guards start looking, getting
God,
close
do I
and
need to
looking
pull
like,
out the list?
I know, it's
And
not
Topher's like-
pleasant.
we will take this for research.
Oh, don't pretend you've never smelled anything like that before.
We should actually keep like 1 or 2 limbs. They've come in handy.
That is true.
Right.
We will keep a limb or two.
We've got some.
Can you just
Juggernaut
wrap some of these
chunks.
bitches for to go?
Do you want the head or the limb? We've got
Right,
some
come back with your stuff. Got it. Throw it straight into the hole.
I look like I care. Yeah, we've got a bunch of juggernaut pieces. I mean, yeah.
You gotta keep a calf.
If you're
Like,
gonna keep a couple of limbs, though, don't leave them in the hole because that
Some
turns into
tusks.
soup. Put it into the bag of holding because that's like a video game inventory, and everything gets sectioned
No,
off
it's still
separately.
decayed.
The bag of holding kept it fresh.
Yeah,
the bag
no,
of
no, no.
holding
Does
still
not.
sits.
Remember,
You're right. The
Remember
hole
that
is like.
But it keeps items separate from each other.
that's true. It
so the
doesn't
troll
make
neck
everything.
didn't
Right?
affect
So,
everything else.
Right, you're
It
not
comes
gonna
out
get
as a-
gangrene on like a
This should
healing
mostly just be
potion.
for big
true.
things. Let's just keep this down for
Yeah,
big
like
While they're
body odor.
fighting, I'm fidgeting with a little piece of copper in my pocket,
Okay.
and I just whisper to Keyleth, "Are you sure they're ready for this?"
She looks towards you.
What do you want to keep? Some forearms, some fingers?
From personal experience, weirdly, probably.
Give me a calf and a forearm, and we'll call it even.
I got him. Calf.
I'm very excited about this.
Forearm.
Orym, a sight for extremely sore eyes, you always are.
You know, I know they're not as familiar with the depth of your character as I am, but
None of them.
Chetney's a good man. Real old, but he's a good man. And I can attest to every single one of their characters. They've proved it again and again. I mean, if Imogen or Fern were going to go down a dark path, they would have done so by now. It's not gonna happen.
And she stops and turns to you and says, I know. She kneels down and looks you straight in the face. And I know that if they did, you'd know what to do.
But that's not gonna happen.
I trust.
My family, Bob, your family. And hopefully we'll see the sunrise again.
Yeah. And I do not believe we have met. What is your name?
Dorian Storm, humble bard.
Ah. They call me the Myth Taker.
The Mythiker?
Myth Taker.
Myth.
Key Mendozi.
I couldn't place the accent. I'm sorry.
Magic practitioner extraordinaire.
Pardon my friends.
What's her name, right, Dorian?
The Myth Taker, lovely. It's powerful. Yes.
Taker of myths.
From Spain.
Just call me Key.
First name basis.
Well, it's easier when they don't make fun of my first
I
title.
wasn't making fun. All right. Sorry.
Damn, Myth Taker.
Forgiven. Yeah.
I like him. I like him.
I don't hold grudges, really. Not normally. Normally.
Are we being serious again?
I like it.
Dad, you're so easy to get! You're so good to get!
You and me are on the same plane.
I like this one. Anyway. Stay alive. Yeah. Darts out of the tent.
Hi, Mr. Kerr. You gotta learn that again.
Get over my mom doing the fucking time stop.
Yeah.
Time stop?
Yeah, my mom did the spell right before we left the moon where everything froze.
Did you freeze or?
No, we were still moving. It was amazing.
That was pretty impressive.
And terrifying.
Her mom is really cool.
You said your mother was able to stop time.
Yeah, I have nothing on me, but I just shuffle around in my pockets and pull out a handful of like what looks like dust. Just go, and it's ruby dust, and I am gonna cast 7th level evocation force gauge.
Put your clothes back on! God,
Yeah. And it is the first time I've ever done this.
What
It
has
is
she
just
done?
a full panic. Yeah.
So she's
Force cage?
Yeah, it's an attempt.
She is going to attempt to counterspell your force gauge. Wizard battle!
Let's go.
Yeah, she's only uses a 5th level slot, not quite sure what you're doing, just sees the ruby dust come out as you blow it, and she's going to attempt to do that.
Can I flash out Seedling and use Grasping Vine to, for a split second, glue her hand to the wall to stop the somatic?
Unfortunately, it happens so fast. Like the reaction of a counterspell is
Yeah.
like it's that fast. But you can possibly do that to prevent some somatic components if you manage to get both hands locked in. But no, good looking out. That's gonna be. It's gonna be an 18 total.
Fuck.
Oh.
So, but
Yeah, it worked.
good looking out. Force cage dissipates in that point. It's just all this like small room, fucking like this is yeah. It's like magic, like full on like wizard Wing Chun over here. Just like all right. So finishing that maneuver.
Are you gonna go now?
You want
Kids? or do
If
you
I
wanna-
can, yeah.
Yeah.
If, I don't have counterspell, but I can, for like 3 seconds, glue her hand to the wall with Seedling's Grasping Vine.
Okay, that's a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah. Probably. That is. Yes, dex save.
She has disadvantage.
Go. No. What did you cast back? I'm sorry, when we were in our wizard fight?
Counterspell.
Counterspell, okay.
Yeah. So with disadvantage, you said, right? No, that's going to bring it down to an 8.
So I grab her hand and yank it to Ashton's hammer and just glue it there for a few seconds, I guess.
Sherry, yeah.
Let's just get in and know you.
Is this beautiful purple man someone you met on your adventures while I was away?
No, you never met this beautiful creature.
You don't know him either?
No. You're floating.
So this time you can see, like, kind of stepping through a small knot in the door. You hear this. You see this little white fluffy cat kind of wander in and starts like rubbing against Dorian's leg.
So yeah, let's take a second and figure out like who you feel like today, and figure out ways of who we want to be to each other, and let's wear it.
All right.
And we have a bunch of stuff here, and
That's right.
What was that in the first place? The poofy
Pillow
pillow?
trope?
Pillow trove.
The poopy pillow.
The pillow trove. Okay, not at all.
Better name.
Are we staying here overnight?
That's a different place.
Or are we? I didn't get that information from Essek.
I want
No,
to
it's
look
just
at
gonna
like
be
a place for us to convene and like a suite that we can get together and get our shit.
Do they?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like a base of operations just while we
Pillow
get
trove where the bathhouse is?
Yeah.
My armor has seen better days, so I'm looking to get it just sort of patched, and also we have some material that we brought with us. I'm hoping to incorporate it. It was especially this.
Keith?
You see this young kind of 20-something-year-old apprentice kind of rushes up, this big mop of like red hair that almost completely covers his face. You just see kind of his nose poking through. He was like, "Yeah, what's up, Toombs?" It's like,
Keith? This gentleman here needs his armor repaired and his material incorporated into it. Do you feel confident since your training?
"Yeah, no, I can get it."
Great. Do you have a changing room? I don't want to just pull it off right here. Anyway.
Points, and you can see there is like a curtain rod that wraps around a small platform.
We are such high maintenance clients right out of the gate. Like painful.
I could start stripping, but the most important part of it is this, and I pull out one of the shoulder joints that was part of Letter's shoulder, and it has three blades of grass on it. I'm looking to have this, have my leather shoulder guard here removed and have this sort of worked in. Is that something that's in your capabilities here?
Yeah, no, I could do that real easy.
Cool, thanks, Keith.
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, here's this. I put that in his hands.
Oh, it's unique metal. Huh.
Right.
Don't work with metal often. This will be fun.
I'll be right back. And I start stripping down, and I change into my last outfit.
Okay.
For the time being.
I have some things. Can I see the sack?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The holding.
And I'm gonna reach in and just pull out that handful of discombobulated shit, and kind of just like I want to like scan the workers for like the most artsy fartsy looking one. Does that make sense? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
That style.
He has
Who's got
lavender
that?
hair.
Yeah, but you beat me to it. Who's got purple hair?
I'm right here. I'm right here.
For everyone that's attentive, there's one that seems to be less interested in your arrival. You see a slender half giant sitting in the back by the edge. He has like his legs crossed. He has this. It looks almost like a thin crown, but it's actually like a silvered laurel that he kind of wears around the back of his head over his ears. He has a series of beautiful, like, tattoos that match his skin markings, but they're almost more swirly and they look elvish, which you've not seen on a half-giant before. And as he sits, he's currently in the process of what looks like carving through a piece of wood.
I'm gonna totter over to her. I'm just gonna comfortably go over. Excuse me. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, beautiful voice.
Thank you. Can I help you?
Yes. I have some things and some ideas. I'm more of an idea kind of person. I just dump this collection of shit, metal, leather, all the things that I'd collected from Keyleth and like ran around and scampered with. Mm-hmm. It's an idea, but I think maybe I could hire you for your help putting something together. All the pieces are here. I just don't know how to.
Damid.
Damid?
Damid.
Dorian. A pleasure.
Pleasure, Dorian. This is quite a spread.
You see, like, picks up one piece and takes another, so it's layering them over.
There is some patterns here that could be quite unique.
I made a drawing. And I'm gonna pull out a crumpled piece of parchment and it just looks like a 5-year-old's. Yeah. It's not great.
Takes it, looks at it.
You get the idea.
Turns it around.
Well, that's me.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know, the hair, the tips.
Quite a skilled amateur.
Well,
choosing the word a bit longer than he needs to.
Yes, if you're looking for creative freedom to be granted, I am known for my inspiration.
Trust an artist, that's for sure. And it'll be okay if I watched. And I'm gonna like creep around his back shoulder and like backseat drive, like look over his shoulder while he starts to tinker.
An audience. It's been a bit.
My.
And he goes to work.
I bet he does.
And so you enjoy a number of these snacks. And
Are there pies?
oh, there are pies.
I bought 2 pies.
Yes. I love pies too.
They're a little stale,
Arms of pies.
but they're not bad.
Oh, hey, yeah, sorry, it's been a bit. Welcome. What can we do you for?
Yeah, we're heading out on maybe something that could be a bit dangerous, and are looking for
Adventurers? Well, it's been a minute. Yeah. We're
Oh my god.
kinda have a lot of things out on loan because of the recent chaos, but we do have.
What is the chaos? I keep hearing like oblique references. What happened here in town?
Oh boy, yeah. You aren't from around here, are you?
No, sir.
Okay, yeah. We had a big. Do you know the area well at all?
No.
Another figure comes in, looks exactly like the first, just in the slightly different attire. Goes like,
Whoa, you got customers? Oh, yeah, no, hold on, we're having a story. Just hold back a second. If you want to grab, they're adventures, by the way. You want to grab anything that might be helpful in that regard, we still got it in stock, not, partially enchanted, completed projects? Yeah, I got you, no worries.
What is
And
happening?
it goes ahead and heads to the back.
We heard about a bird?
Yeah, big phoenix. Here's west of here is a mountain range, just north of Comorta, Mount Mentiri. Big quake, thing just split in two. Big old fiery bird just flew into the sky. It set much of that valley aflame. Began to kind of just terrorize a whole region here.
Was that other person the same as you?
A sibling?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I should have introduced myself. I'm Pumat Soul. The other one comes out. I'm also a Pumat Soul. You hear a voice muffled upstairs. I'm also Pumat Soul. Hold on. Emerging from the second floor comes down another one who is now carrying what looks like a bunch of sword blanks, and goes and sets them onto the side. Sorry, I don't know if you hear me. I'm also Pumat Soul. They all kind of look at each other. The first one was talking to you. Pumat Prime is actually currently on out and about getting materials. Yeah, the progenitor.
This is like where the inside of my head is like all the time right now.
It's not the weirdest thing we've ever seen, but
There is 4 of the same man.
And you keep asking about a bird.
Well,
Yes, are you like
they're not breathing fire on me.
a sibling, a clone, magic?
Yeah, more of that one. Technically,
I said 3 things. The last one?
the correct term is simulacrum.
Simulacrum.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
We fought one of them.
You did?
Yeah.
You've done so much since I've been gone.
I know, well, I'm sure you were doing some shit.
That's right, that's what Snowdenness
Yes.
was.
Ah.
Are you made of snow?
He's a simulacrum.
Technically, yeah.
What?
Well, as part of the initial enchantment process, and should any of us be disenchanted or destroyed, we would probably return to snow. But that's not a thing we like to think about often, because it sends us into an existential spiral, and that's a real dark place to go for things that were created and crafted from nothing, and will return to the nothing.
Oh my
It's like a tuber involved, a couple pieces. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Anyway, one in the back goes like, "Were we the first?" And they all stop and go, "I don't know, Pumat. We don't know how many Pumats there have been." And the one in the front goes, "Anyway, so we got customers."
Whatever you have in stock.
Right.
Kind of a beautiful set of like heavy studded leather that has kind of like a gentle kind of green blue kind of curved inlay into it, and there is a rune emblazoned on the chest that looks like an arcane symbol for, you would recognize it as part of the Ashari symbols for wind. There is.
What about this heavy studded greenish bluish leather armor with the little scribble on it?
Yeah, this is Zephyr armor. This was actually specifically enchanted by what do you call it? An ambassador of the Ashari from Taldore.
Oh.
This we didn't make. This kind of fell into our hands. It's kind of an antique from about 100 or so years ago. But this here is, well, wearing it kind of makes you a little more nimble while you're moving around, helps you keep out of harm to a certain degree. This has another rune on it to invoke or activate, but it's a different kind of magic. This one can call the very winds to your aid for a minute to help either, well, you can get creative in your mind.
Specifically, you can see now it's like white and silver on the edges with like kind of bluish teal coloration across it. While you have the armor and are attuned to it, you have advantage on acrobatics checks and dexterity saving throws. And when you invoke the rune as an action, you can cast the wind wall spell with it.
Oh yeah.
Once per day.
It's like how it is a beautiful old piece. How much are you charging for that one?
You find the tag, and that one is 3,500 gold pieces.
Okay.
And
Well
that
priced.
final,
I'm gonna walk around behind the group to Orym, kind of like lean over and be like, "You like that chest piece, don't you? I see you watching it."
Well, it's an antique from home.
I know, I saw it in your eyes. How much do you have on you right now?
Well, I don't have anything. Chetney has all the money I have.
But assuming he splits it up, how much will you have?
Well, 10,000.
1,200.
By 10 is 1,000. No, good, there's not 10 of us.
7.
You split up that, plus I have 6 silver.
Oh, if you want it. And then I'm gonna reach in my pouch, and this is no shit. I'm gonna take out everything I've had since EXU Season 1, which is everything but my 22 silver, and I'm gonna give Orym 2,500 gold.
wow.
It's every last piece I have.
That's all your money? You just gave Orym all your money?
That's it.
That's too much.
That's cute.
It's also practical. It's the only thing I can afford. Listen, you're not getting the Gucci bag, okay?
Yeah. You're getting the Gucci
But only if you want it.
I catch Dorian by the pinky. Thank you. That was. You didn't have to. I mean, thank you.
Yeah, sure. I just like to see you happy.
tend to be very popular once the end of the workday concludes. And a number of the Pentamarket populace or folks beyond within the city of Zadash are here or in the process of gathering into the crowded interior of the tavern portion of the interior of the Lodge of the Eclipse.
Wait, there's a show happening right now?
It's an upper Lesk show, it looks like.
You glance up and you see an MC. You can see like on the wings, a few performers are kind of like robe covered, like waving, and you see an MC walk up. This wondrous, like femme presenting half elf in this like fine suit with a high collar and pointed shoulders. Kind of reaches out and goes like, "Everyone, thank you so much for joining us here at the Eclipse. Tonight we present to you a fantastic spectrum of performers and dancers." And you can see that as he begins this presentation, like some of the folks in the tavern are like leaning over and looking, not really caring much. Some are starting to like grab their drinks and move over to the handful of tables over there.
I'm already walking.
Okay,
yeah.
Just feel like a minute,
I'll hang at the back with Essek.
That Orym, and maybe all of us, but certainly Orym, is chasing that feeling of happiness and fun while feeling everything biting at the back of the brain.
Do you ever get used to it? It feels a little bit like a betrayal to feel happy.
I felt that way for a long time. But I don't believe that anymore. It feels that way, yes, but that's... It's only because so much of our history tells us that pain is what gives purpose. But as a wise man once told me, it is not pain that makes people. It's love.
Well, as a wise one once told me, it's good to make every day a smiley day.
I think while you two are talking to each other and you're at the back and looking forward, you can see Orym laughing at what's happening on stage, but looking to the right and back to the stage. Just keeps sneaking looks to the right.
The door bursts open. She gave me a feather! A feather!
I told him she probably gives a feather to everyone at every show, but he won't listen. He's transfixed with it.
Notice me!
Special boy.
Yeah, it's just for you, Chad. I'm sure
Your
it's
hay
just for
fever
you.
is going to kick in any second.
Yeah.
Is it magic?
I've smelt it 3 times already.
What does it smell like?
What does it smell like?
A feather. What do you want me to say, cloaca?
My favorite incense.
I think Chet's right. I think they had a special connection. I can sense it.
Birds of a feather.
Hey, should we?
I want to sew.
You want to sew?
I got to start working on this
Don't
robe.
step on that chamber pot. It's been my dye bucket.
Chutney, open your sack one more time. Thank you.
I was going to be concerned, but now I feel better.
One.
Oh, what are you dyeing? What color?
My skirt. I'm trying to go for a little bit of an ombre.
Oh, do you have paint?
Oh, ombre. I want to do some ombre.
You got some? All right, thanks.
What are you working on?
I'll join you in that ombre.
Aesthetic.
I'm just going to alter this robe a little bit to make it work with my stuff that I ordered. It's good.
Ladna,
The armor, but I still have...
Thanks.
Ladna helped me alter my jacket.
FCG so well.
Yeah, I think it looks good. I'm just
We had to
sewing
add
in
a
the
few more
pieces.
panels in the
Few more
back,
panels.
but you know,
Yeah.
it's pretty good.
And I'm just putting the sleeves together. I used some
It's beautiful.
bits and bobbles.
See
from
how
here.
that's
Yeah.
so. DM, I'm
It's
gonna
a little
sit
something.
and start carving.
Okay. Essek has also dropped his illusion now.
Orym
better.
drops to a knee next to you, Chet, off in the corner. Can I get into the bag?
Are you sure? Okay.
reach in and pull out the Odahan blade. I don't make a big deal out of it.
We're
Which
all
one?
watching.
We know.
We're just like crafting and staring.
There's two blades. Which ones do you pull?
The rapier.
Oh, yeah, the rapier, like one, the longer kind of saber.
Yeah. I'll be back.
Where are you going?
Outside, I'm getting some air.
That blade's bigger than you. We can all see you taking Odahan's blade.
I hear as I go
What
down
was
the
the name of
stairs.
the What was the name of the dagger?
He may actually
the
be
dagger was
I
doing
don't
screen
think he's
healthy.
gonna follow a sugar
20%.
glider.
Fair.
I have Bertrand's old sword. I'm just waving a sword around.
Never looked so good.
Yeah, but believe it or not, I'm gonna put it out. I'm gonna stop painting. I was painting my little mandolin, and I'm just gonna start tinkering with Bertrand's old sword, the Gambler's Blade.
Birdie.
Yeah,
Our first fallen party member.
with the with the jeweler's tools that I pocketed from the store while no one was looking.
Nice.
Oh, thank you. It was just down there.
Are you going to leave it like that?
I know I missed a spot.
All right.
It was
Because it's not your
One's a
taste.
critic.
No, I just was, you know.
I studied art as a child for a long time. I'll have you know. Oh, now we're mocking each other, are we? So spooky.
Meanwhile, outside under the starry night over Zadash, stepping beyond the eclipse. Orym, what are you doing?
Orym steps out onto the cobblestones of Zadash and sees the small miniature park across the thoroughfare and goes and sits down on a bench in this little area and lays the blade across his legs. This sword that he's seen at 3 pivotal moments in his life. And just memories flash by, and of course he thinks about the day that he saw this sword run his father and his husband through. And that bleeds into watching Laudna struck down, and Fern struck down, and visions of Odahan standing over him and just robbing the life from his lungs. And he sees from his position on the ground in a cave on the moon, watching fresh cut grass erupt into light. And he thinks about all the people in this city and all the cities across Wildmount and Teldore and Isilra that don't fully understand what's coming. And he just looks at this sword where it really all started for him. And he stands up off the park bench and grips the blade and feels the weight of it. It's a little heavier than what he's used to, and the grip is very different. The positioning is very different. And he slowly steps into the Zepharaton with this blade, feeling it out. And over the next few minutes, what starts slow gets a little bit faster, and he's alone in this park and begins moving through the positions. And it gets faster and faster, and his arm is starting to ache with the weight of it for how long he is going through the motions, and he begins to sweat. And after a few minutes, he just stops, exhausted and sweating in the night, in the middle of a strange town on a continent that he has never been to. And he sees lewdness somewhere out there. He looks at this cursed sword. Raises it up. Raises his arm over his head and presses the blade to his back, and little tendrils of vine crawl all over it and affix it. And Seedling and Odahan's blade rest side by side on his back. And he just stands there sweating in the cool Zadash air.
You feel the beginning drops of the cool rain begin to spatter across your shoulders and head, and run down your forehead, and bringing a welcome chill to the heated, sweaty, worked body of Orym. You glance up to see a clear sky, if not but a single little plume of cloud that seems to be resting directly above you.
I can even still hear the music from the burlesque playing from across the road. And I can't help but think of the people just trying to live their lives in the face of the impossible. And how that's something worth fighting for. And it makes it so that the weight of the blade on my back is not too heavy to carry. I think I just sit on the bench and take a little more time for myself.
What are you two doing out here?
Hey!
Hi! I feel like it's been so much of them and not a lot of us.
No.
Hello.
No.
Hi.
Join in.
Join in.
Join in what? Is this a group hug?
Yeah.
I have been waiting for this since the moment I saw you.
Yeah.
17 strength. I'm giving it everything I got.
17's not bad. That's not bad.
Couple of nice back pops, and maybe like one or two not nice back pops.
Boy. You remember when I held a blade to your chest? Told you not to put that crown on your head?
Whoa.
That's right. Spoiler alert. I did not put that crown on my head. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here right now.
I think about that every day.
Every step of the way, I've thought about you. It's been a hard road.
How are you doing?
Oh, I'm all right.
Yeah.
For now, I don't know. There's no way to know. I've never been much for looking forward or back, but this is nice.
This is nice.
I'm glad we've all found our way. I don't want to be the one to drag us back into the party, but, not that it's a party, but
No.
it's the closest thing I've had in a while.
Well, I feel so, I'm gonna go back inside, but I'll let you guys catch up if you want to catch up. I don't know, if you want to, it's fine. I love you both, and I'm gonna go catch some Z's. That means I'm gonna go to sleep.
Are you tie-dye?
I'm really tie-tie. So if you guys want to snuggle later, I'll be there. But I'm gonna go back in and finish my dress. Good night. Good night.
I know what she does when she walks in.
The little tail.
Yes, with the tail.
She's about the least subtle, isn't she?
No, that's why we are so fond of her. You know, that day, I didn't want you to put that thing on your head because I didn't want you to drag yourself down with it. And I have done so much shit since then. It makes it seem was so determined.
I've never been accused of being wise, but I do think that life will drag you down, regardless of what you try to stop happening. And you have to rely on the mooring and buoys of the people you meet along the way. You can't protect everyone all the time. Look at me. I'm here now. It might hurt to say, but without you, you don't have to save everyone. It's the rain, right? You've got rain in your eyes?
I tried to reach out a lot.
I know.
But he still got me through.
I wouldn't be here without you. And now I'm here with you. Come on. You're getting wet. I'll take his hand. I'll try to pull him inside with me. This is starting to feel a little hurtful. Can we just take a minute here, please?
Orym, if Laudna says that it's a corrupted sword, maybe it's not safe to carry it.
I can be convinced,
Let's have somebody look at it.
but I need convincing.
Somebody that can identify it. Maybe Essek can do it. Maybe we can go back to Pumont.
And you know what's not very convincing? Is being attacked in the middle of the night.
I didn't attack you.
Pulls down his shirt, and there is a black bruise from the spell that she cast on him.
It was a mere incidental. I was trying to remove it from your sheath.
Did you attack him?
No, I attacked his sheath.
He's wearing
You
his
missed.
sheath.
I'm fine to be wrong, but let's just talk about it. Let's let that be the opening gambit.
I didn't mean to hurt you. That's the truth. That is the truth. But I find it to be quite a mockery and a slap in the face that you walk in with it on your back without any consultation with the rest of us.
May I?
Maybe you can give me the sword.
FCG taught me how to identify so I can...
You know how to do it?
Yeah, I do.
That's great. You'd be able to tell.
Please do.
I will place it on a table in the room next to Fern.
You want me to do this?
Of course.
Laudna?
I don't need to be right. I need us to be able to work together.
Is that the sword on the table?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold Laudna's hand.
I grip her hand.
I think you should keep it. It's just a thing. I'm so tired of things having control over us. You two are friends. It was his to possess, and you tried to steal it from him.
It was not his to possess.
It is just a thing. Its history doesn't shape us. Our actions do. And your actions tell me that you do not have enough trust in your friends.
You do not know what you speak.
I do not.
You didn't watch her. You didn't watch Odahan cut down Laudna, or Chet, or Orym, or Fern with that blade.
Would it have mattered if she cut him down with a hand axe or a stick from the street? It was not the thing that did the action, it was the person. It does not matter.
I mage hands the sword.
Should one of us go after them? Are they okay to be by themselves, or...?
I think they're okay.
And if they're not okay, you'll just get in the way. Best to let them sort it.
Let them sort it all. All right.
Orym, you alright?
Yeah. A little muddled.
Are you hurt?
A little. I think I might have hurt her worse than she hurt me, but I'm more shook than anything.
I feel like that's the first time in a while we've seen her not be in control.
It's the first time in a while you've seen her not in control.
Fair.
Things have been hard since Cecilia. Hard on her. Hard on all of us, but for sure hard on her.
I've never seen her out of control. What was that?
How do we,
Just a book jacket.
You know that weird little voice in your head that sometimes tells you to fuck your entire life up, hurt everybody you know, and just toss everything out of the window? Just every now and then you get that weird little voice.
Sure.
Hers is actually a person. She is
Haunted.
Oh.
by something that wants to hurt her and hurt us, and is very convincing.
But are we sure that Imogen is all right with her?
I mean, I think so. They love each other. I don't think anyone's looking out for Imogen more than anyone in the world, but
Sorry, I mean to interrupt you, Jay. They what?
they've...
Oh, it's been a while.
Oh!
They love each other?
Oh! Shit! We should do a whole level set.
No, they love each other. Well, no, you explained what was going on with the war and all of that, but Imogen and
So
Laudna?
much has happened. Yes.
Well, I know I shouldn't be happy right
No,
now, but
no,
that just
I know.
seems like a
It's
good
really-
thing. Now I understand why they went together to talk it out.
Yes.
I thought we should all be out there helping rein her in, but it's up to lovers.
It's a thing.
I get it. I
There's
get
been a
it.
progression. They're in love. Fern and I had a threesome.
Excuse me?
Yes.
There's a whole bunch of stuff we can catch up on.
Wait, Fern and I had a threesome. The math doesn't add up. Fern and I had a
The
threesome.
third one was an
with
ex of
his
mine
ex.
from 200 years ago.
It was awesome.
Right?
Awesome.
Awesome.
Standard
A
stuff,
werewolf
really.
time.
I feel like
Monster
I feel
situation.
a little left out. But that's all right. That's all right. I
There's
get
still
it. I
time.
get
There's
it.
still time.
No, shit. Still time.
It's a great.
There's still a lot of meat left on this bone. Don't worry.
All right.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant. Okay.
Yeah, I think they're okay.
All right.
It seems to flare up every once in a while. There seems to be a desire for power from this entity inside of Laudna, and I thought she had it under control, but Isilra was different, and it's been a minute since we've seen that lapse.
When we were split up, and we traveled for a while with someone that we only realized at the last second was part of the Ruby Vanguard. And this guy tried to kill us. And,
We all got a little...
well, he would have tried to. He tried to kill us twice. And I believe he would have tried a third time. So Laudna did what all three of us were prepared to do. And once it started, you could see her sliding.
Friend is different than a monster or rogue on the road. I understand.
And he knew how to cut. He knew what to say. He had seen us, and he cut deep.
The choice was right, but the consequences were steep.
Dorian seems as if he's like gonna address the group, but as he does, he just locks eyes with Orym and says, "Can she be trusted?" Well,
Of course she can. Of course she can.
Orym walks up and stands right in front of you. It is 3 feet 3 inches. And I'm looking straight across, but he's looking up.
Normally I avert my gaze by looking down, but he's under me.
I'm awake now, more awake. And I've been thinking about it. And Dorian is right. It is just a thing.
I'm just concerned for Dorian.
me? Why me?
You sweet lad. I just hope he can trust in the same way that we do, right, Dorian?
Oh, sure, Chad. I used to think that it was all about good and evil, and now I'm not so certain. Now I'm not so certain there's either. All I know is that we have to make do with the best that we have, and this is the best that I have. You deserve to be well, and we'll take care of you. I think. Not so good at this. And I have my little mandolin in my hand, and I just kind of, with one hand, sort of hit our harmonic chord, put my hand on her shoulder, and I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. Yeah. Not that it matters.
It does.
It matters.
19.
Doesn't matter.
You know, my brother and I, when we were younger, used to have these knockdown, drag-out brawls. No weapons, just an older brother and a younger brother beating the shit out of each other in the field. And we would come home to my parents bloodied and bruised and sweating and crying, hurt feelings. And every day after, we would play harder than we'd ever played before. The best games, the biggest imaginary adventures. And I cannot help but feel those same feelings right now. These are the moments that bring us together. Thank you for letting me be a part of that.
We've certainly seen each other at our worsts. And our bests.
No bullshit. That's good enough for me.
So what do you guys do now? Do you like put your hands in the center and say,
We can.
Bells how?
We should have like a
Yeah,
good
we could. We actually don't have.
Even all this time you haven't come up with something like no secret handshakes?
It's
No.
really weird that we have.
Is this
I mean, that was like
Would
a
the bottle be
a stereotype. I'll do
It's
it.
really
No,
cheesy.
do a thing
but-
with
Well, if you
bottle.
want
Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing with like.
It's people
is that-
do it.
We can
We
do
don't
it
have
for
to
the
do it. We
first,
can do
but
anything we wanted to.
I think you have to choose like what we say. Like, don't they count to?
Ding dong, here we come. It's bells, hells. I'm just
Oh, yeah.
spitballing. I'm spitballing. It can be anything.
Ding dong. I understand. Ding
Yeah.
dong.
Ding dong is really not.
It could be
Welcome to Hells.
not bad, not bad. With the two finger, we all shoot finger guns at each other.
I have a thing that I.
cool.
But then if you're carrying
I saw a
stuff,
guy
that
with
just
one
looks
of
weird.
these
We all. Yeah. Do I put down the hammer if we do that? Is that how if we're gonna do that? That's weird. I feel like it's just complicated.
Oh, because I ham on a gun.
Oh, we could say like hammer time or something like that.
wow.
Yes, we like it. No.
I feel like I've seen someone do that before.
All right.
We'll workshop it.
We'll workshop
But I'd like to
We'll
see
workshop.
it, though. We'll figure it out.
Someone think about
I'll
it.
go first. Ready? Everybody put your hands in.
Okay, all right, yes.
Here we go. Come on. Chetney needs sleep on 3. 1, 2, 3. Chetney needs sleep. All right.
Pretty good.
Since 5, I went and found some prunes.
That's the regular.
I went with you because I'm going to say that Orym did not sleep. Orym did not sleep. I got
You're
a
intentionally getting yourself.
get a short rest. Either get some stuff back, so no long rest. And then
a point of exhaustion.
I know. So, but went out prune shopping, and then I also took the armor that Dorian helped me buy. I had to run it over to the armor place because I needed it. I asked for color alterations.
Yeah.
So
For
you want to be
overall
there
vibe.
first thing when it
Yeah.
opens.
So they have time for when everyone wakes up.
Okay.
Dorian's always liked to see the sunrise, so he's out front of wherever we're staying in a chair, kind of leaned back up against the wall. And he's been fiddling with his jeweler stuff. And he's been unequipped the last couple days.
Yeah.
And he finally is finishing up what he was doing. And his flute that he's always had no longer has an axe handle on it. But you can tell there's something special about it. And he's been taking time putting a little blue lapis button right in the flute, but we don't know what it is. And he hitches it to his side. And then he has Bertrand's blade with him that he's had for a long time. And it had been formerly decorated for the ball. It's good. It's good. And same thing, but this time it's got 3 pieces of lapis in the hilt. And he's kind of holding it, thinking to himself about Orym last night and kind of how serious he was, how dedicated he was to the cause of wanting this sword that was clearly a threat. And he has a quiet moment where he thinks about his brother and he thinks about what he's gotten himself into after, witnessing what went down last night. And he just clicks one of the pieces of the 3 blue lapis, and he uses the gambler's blade to take an extra risk. So that means he gets 1+1 to his attack, and then if he has a death save, he takes 1 off.
Yeah.
So it's his first time taking a real risk. So I guess you should know that.
And that lasts
Good enough.
1 full
Is that what the gambler's blade does?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can reset it every morning.
So you can boost the sword, but you're increasing your chances of.
Are we getting serious or what, motherfucker?
Why stop at 1?
Gambler's
Give me room to work, man.
Dang, that's
Hell
a
yeah.
cool.
Gotta have somewhere
That's
to
a
go.
cool blade.
That's fucking cool.
Alrighty.
I'm actually using a lot of my old shit. So the same boots, because if I'm not fleet jumping, it's not me. The same sword, the same shield. I have now antique Zephyrin armor with the glyph right in the middle. I still have my old sash wrapped around. There are still. Well, here's a question.
Yeah.
We're back from the moon. Do I still have a touch of Fae about me? Can I feel it?
Oh, after Nanamori?
Yeah.
Touch of Fae.
So I don't remember discussing like
Touch it.
timeline, duration, eternal, temporary.
It's still there. As far as you can tell, there hasn't been an inclination to cancel the contract that was sealed.
Okay. So it's a mix of my old shoulder guard with FCG's as a pauldron on the shoulder. And then now this new, it's really just like the chest, codpiece, down the thighs. That's the antique armor with the old drip and the new drip mixed together.
Gotcha.
My hair is also a little bushier these days. I haven't had a haircut in.
I can take care of that at any time, but it is going to be cold where we're going. Yeah, let the curls flow.
You trying to let it grow out?
Is it wavy or curly?
This feels long. Wavy.
Baby, yeah. Let it go messy, baby.
Oh, and I asked that question because all around the armor are little tiny spider vines still clinging around the arms and on the chest and on the back.
Cool.
Dorian's got a new fit too. He's way more like lithe than he used to be, not nearly as bulky. Still has his wing boots. He's got like a swashbuckler's pants on, and instead of the big silver wing across the chest, it's smaller now across like sort of a cummerbund type leather vest. He has across his dick, a little boy dick.
Cumberbund.
He's wearing the sluggiest shirt. When you're first looking at it, it's just like a fully open, poofy pirate arm sleeve, like sheer shirt. But if you were to get really, really close, you would notice this was his
Tiny little nipples.
medium. Proportional. I'm checking the art. You would notice that this was the gift that Keyleth had gotten for him and made, which if you look really close, the threads are like really fine mithril. So he just gets a little bit of
It's a very slutty shirt you got on.
Oh, thank you.
In the best way.
I appreciate it. And half cape, same ombre, and then instead of that kind of armor up top, he's got one shoulder pauldron. And the most noticeable thing is that the second son always wore silver, and now all of the metal accent armor pieces are all gold now.
Oh.
Damn.
Oh!
That hurts.
And his crafty mandolin that used to be red that he got from Dariax, it's now blue and sunburst. And on the back, next to his set list, is just a little etching of FCG's little grass symbol.
Oh.
Yeah. That's it.
You're gonna freeze your nips off in the tundra.
This design came before that.
Oh, we got
cloaks.
You got cloaks. You got cloaks.
There's cloaks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin my sheer vibes.
We're
we got
wearing
sheer
winter
vibes.
onesies over everything.
No.
Flowy.
We're gonna freeze our tits off, guys.
100%.
Literally, I have a
Now
glowing
look.
right arm now. I'm feeling pretty
We got
good.
the cloaks. The cloaks will be good. We're set.
Yeah, we get cloaks.
Dorian's fucked, but you know.
I have an extra bra if you want, Dorian.
That
if
is
you want
hurtful.
to keep warm.
Not as much as a mithril shirt in the winter.
I didn't know about our travel plans.
Wow.
Can I use the Voldo harness to absorb the ring?
The what now?
I'm deleting this from my inventory.
There's nothing we can do.
shouldn't touch.
Everything.
Don't touch anything.
I'm not going to touch anything, but
Don't
if we
touch
get
everything or don't touch anything?
Don't touch anything.
Okay.
Everything is the thing you should not touch. You speak in strange arrangements.
Do we want to
Cautiously?
peek over and see if we can't spot any movement or activity?
Dorian and Orym.
Sure.
Now, if we leave the group, we lose the trace.
That's not a
trace, right?
Let me just. You guys just peek your head over. We'll stay close.
Okay.
We'll be within 30 feet of you.
Well, if we're all having to go there anyway. Better sooner than later.
Okay.
And he glides on, leading you through the... it's just odd to walk through something ancient, yet advanced, and now gone. Occasionally you see shadows shifting, entities and skittering. You can see there are things hunting or wandering the expanse of all these ruins and structures. Thankfully, you all rolled really fucking high on your stealth check, and Orym pointing him out, you all carefully avert these spaces. Orym, there's like the faintest grinding sound,
Son of a bitch.
like stone on stone.
You triggered it.
Son of a bitch.
How far away is that sound?
It's hard to tell in this open space. It's kind of echoey a little
it's
bit.
everywhere?
Roll a perception
That's
check for me.
big drug.
Nah.
Sure of it.
Roll.
Yeah.
Good.
See, it's a plant.
23.
23, probably 100 feet, if not a little closer.
Yeah.
It sounds like heavy stone on stone, just grinding.
I just pull open the flap. We get a little bit of noise about 100 feet away. Stone on stone, I don't know.
Hide? Invisible? Should we hide? Should we hide? Is just in case something's coming this way?
Maybe not in the tent, but
Hide on the other
away
side of the
from the tent.
Which direction is it coming from?
I take the motherfucking hide action.
outside the tent.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just from the outside of the tent?
same.
I'll go outside of the tent and try and hide since it's
Like, this is probably a beacon, so if we get away from it, in view of it,
There's plenty of like broken rocks and parts of nearby ruin to hide
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Yes.
rubble.
I try to tuck into shadow until that sound goes away.
Rubble, rubble.
Rubble, rubble.
Rubble.
Okay, so you go over and find like an edge side of shadow. All right, everyone else kind of doing the same. You're finding other facets
Yeah.
around. Okay.
Crannies.
All right. There's a brief moment where you hold your breath and think maybe nobody saw it. It looks right in your direction as all the creatures begin to skitter in your direction. That's where we're gonna pick up next week.